So it is September finished pages. This month has flown by. I think I've said that every month, but I really do mean that. I'm just gonna remind everyone as well that my last video is the Kirby boot that I'm giving away. So if you haven't seen that, it is just my last video. I'll either try and put a little thingy-majiggy for you to click or something in the description just in case you did miss it. But let's talk about finished pages. I finished this one as a big group body colour. Now it's not finished. If you want to join in, you can join in anytime you want over on Instagram, and the hashtag was colourmeturtle3. Let me just find the page, and this is the one that I completed. I did most of this on camera. Started the background off with the distressing, and then we used Karen markers, Prismacolor, the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens, KJ Design by Karen watercolours, Renaissance watercolours. This really was a mix and match of all sorts, this one. And the background as well, I still love how it turned out. I ended up going over with a bit of the yellow Spectrum Noir pen, and if I can just catch it in the light, it's probably not going to work. I probably could have done with my phone, which I've not brought it over, but it does sparkle, that sky. It's really pretty. It's annoying that it's not picking up on camera, but you can see all the rest of the sparkly bits. And then all the turtle itself was Inktense. I think I'm going to pop all them videos together and do a little time lapse. I think that'd be nice to watch, a little quick video. But I really enjoyed this. And we do have Bleed Through, which I was expecting, but that was from Circle of Life. Now I can take these out. I've definitely not done nowhere near as much this month, even though I've had more time. I don't sit here and colour in the day, I just don't. Well, it's very rare, or if I'm filming I will sit here and colour obviously, but yeah. So we've got, is it Flow Escape? Now I bought this because I saw it on Corey's channel and Kirsty's channel. Kirsty did, I think she did a colour along, and then Corey did a colouring chat maybe. And I wasn't always into flowers, but you know what, I really enjoyed this one. This is the one that I first did, and I really enjoyed doing this one as well. It was just so relaxing. What pencils did I use? It might have been the Brute Funas, testing them out for one of the first times. I know that the other page that I did is definitely the Brute Funas, but the gel pen is a mixture of Arteza gel pen and the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic, and I just think that's beautiful. It's just really simple. That's why I didn't bother with the background, because I just thought that the gel pen was enough. And I didn't know what flowers these were, because it says that's an English rose. Does it say on the other side? So I just sort of went with my own colour palette with that one, and I'm really pleased how it turned out. Definitely going to work in this book again. It is quite intimidating, some of these pages. I'm not going to lie, that one's a really nice one. Really busy, but I mean, if you do portions of it, even every other night, you get it finished. But this is the big one that I did. And again, I love how this one turned out. I did use the, I keep forgetting the name of them, the Brute Funas, and I used different, what's it called, odorless mineral spirit to blend out. It was more of a testing page really, but even though it was a testing page, it turned out really nice, and I just popped a bit of distress ink in the background. I messed it up here, being a bit too heavy-handed, but yeah, I love the colour scheme of this. And like I said, I did really enjoy sitting down. It probably took me about 3 or 4 nights of continuous just working on this, but I really enjoyed it. I found it a little bit more mindless colouring, because it was just like 3 colours for this, 3 colours for that, 3 colours for the leaves. And I've just noticed as well, I missed that one there, but I'm not going back to it because I've already put distress ink over the top. But yeah, I found this really relaxing to do. So maybe a colour along or a buddy colour in this one on a not so busy page, so it wouldn't take us too long maybe. I don't know. but that one was Flow Escape. Really impressed with that book. Now, you can see all the tags in this book. They're not all finished pages. These are buddy colours and filming things that I want to do, so I've just put tags in. So just let me find the page I've actually finished, which is this one. So I've only done this one this month, but as you can see, I've got a few that are going to be done next month on film and as buddy colours. But this one again, I used the Brute Funas, I used Inktense pencil, not Inktense, I used the Faber-Castell Albert Duras, and I started this one off on camera. I do believe, was it this one? I'm sure it was this one. When I did the Q&A with my husband and he was taking the mick with how long it was taking me to do little portions of it, I'm sure it was this one that I started. But yeah, I finished it off camera, and I really love how it turned out. The black that you can see, the shiny black, is the Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze in black. I love that gel pen. If they ever stop making that, I'm going to be so sad. I'll buy every single pen that I can find to back up. I love them. I love them. But yeah, I have got a couple of pages in that for next month. But I won't say what they are. I won't say what they are. Right, so the new Colouring Heaven, the Halloween special. I couldn't help myself. I know that at the time, it wasn't October, but I couldn't help myself. I really couldn't. Now, the first half, it's mixed reviews on this book. Some people like the first half and then second half. Now, I like the second half of this book. I do own these. I don't own that one. And that other book that I've got, that's Sarah. So is it Sarah Richter? You're gonna laugh at me, aren't you? Richter. And then Matt Davison. It was the Matt Davison one that I did. Right. So if you're not a gamer, then you won't know what I'm talking about for the next 2 minutes. But I watched. Who was it now? It was a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name, but I watched the whole playthrough of Resident Evil Village, the new one, because I'm too chicken to actually sit down and play it myself, because I'm too chicken and I cry at stuff like that. I can watch horror films, but I can't play them. But I watched it from start to finish, and one of the main baddies at the start is like a vampire, and she's got 3 daughters, and I based this off one of her daughters. I can't remember the name of her. I can't remember the name. But yeah, she's one of the daughters. And I used alcohol markers for most of this, as you can see. I didn't even protect this page. Yeah, I used alcohol markers for most of this, and then just a mixture of different branded pencils. And then for the yellow moon in the background, the dripping moon, just Neocolor 2, just straight up Neocolor 2, straight onto the page. And then a bit of the Arteza gel pen for the bats at the top. But I really like how she turned out. That was really fun. I was referencing the pictures. I wish I'd done the bat more of a grey brown than straight up brown. But all in all, I'm really, really happy with how that one turned out. Really happy. But there is quite a few pages that I really do like in this issue. See, this one, I was going to colour this one first. So that'll probably be one of next month's. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a tag there to remind myself. So that was the Colouring Heaven one. And then we move over to, you're going to laugh at me again because I can't pronounce the name. Sarah Richter. So most of them images that are in this Colouring Heaven issue are in here. I think there's just the one that I haven't got. It was the horse. But I've got one whip in here. Let me find the whip. I'm sure it's closer to the front. It's this one. So I've just based this so far all with Inktense blocks, just to get some colour down, but need to go over the top pencil. There's some cracking pictures in here that I can do for over Halloween if anyone is interested. Really cracking pictures, and I love the paper in this, love it. But this was the second one that I did, and this took some time and a lot of patience to do this one, I'm not gonna lie. With all the different hair, and I was getting confused with where the ivy was, and then going in with a Posca pen in the background. I'm pretty sure I've covered some of the hair up by mistake, but I'm really pleased with how my tear came out. I don't really colour tears, but I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think it looks quite realistic, that as well. And I did try to reference the front cover, so that's the moss colour. I know it's not identical, but I just took inspiration from that front cover, and I used, believe it or not, all Black Widow pencils, but not on the skin. I started the skin and I hated the way it was turning out, so I went over with Luminance, I think it was, but everything else was Black Widows, because again, I've gone through my things and moved things to the front, and I've said for ages and ages I don't particularly like the Black Widows, but I've got them, so I'm gonna use them. And I did, and I got a really good outcome with this. It took a little bit more work on my part and a little bit more patience and a little bit more time, but they worked, and they're beautiful. They're beautiful. So I do take my words back slightly, but I love her. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. What colour was the hair? So I sort of went for, it was like a pink rose gold, and I went for more of a peach. So this was the other one that I did, and I based this off Geralt off The Witcher. I couldn't help myself as soon as I saw that hair, so I made his hair like a silvery grey colour. Geralt's not got all of this, unfortunately, so I just had to improvise. The background, I can't remember what the background was. I think it might have been a mixture of watercolour and then the, gosh, what's it called? The Derwent palettes, the Graphitint one, I believe. It weren't this Inktense one, it was the other one, the Graphitint one, that I used on the moon to get that cool texture there. And I'm quite happy with that. And I used Prismacolor for all of the pencil work. None of this was alcohol based, alcohol marker based as well. It was just straight up pencil. I'm really pleased with how he turned out. A lot of people like this on Instagram, and they were saying how hot he is. But yeah, really enjoyed that boot. So that will be in next month's finished pages, because I'm going to work a lot in that this month. I love her work. What have we got next? This one was just I wanted to sit down and colour and not really think about it page. So I did actually purchase this one off Amazon. Somebody had told me on Instagram, I do apologise, I can't remember who it was, but someone had sent me the link and said it's available on Amazon now. So I jumped over and ordered it, and I didn't realise it was the hardback edition. I was really pleasantly surprised when it turned up. Really pleasantly surprised. I'm not going to lie, I can't remember absolutely everything that I used on this page, but it would have been the OMS again, LMS. The Odorless Mineral Spirit for blend out, like to get a watercolour effect but with pencils. But that is, the background is straight up watercolour. I didn't really know where I was going with that. I did try it and emulate that side as best as I could. Didn't get all the colours spot on, but you know, I enjoyed just sitting down and doing this. If you use, I know I keep banging on about it, but if you use that Odorless Mineral Spirit on pencils, it changes them and makes them more like watercolour pencils, and I prefer that. I think they're easy to blend. I do, I think they're easy to blend. But the paper in this book is absolutely fabulous. There's some really busy pages, but I can see that one being lovely in watercolour. Right, that's being tagged, and I'm going to attempt that, because that would be beautiful in watercolour, not necessarily copying that side because I'm clearly not very good at that. But that was just Forest Girl. I've just did a one in there, just a quick one. We've got the Jasmine Beckett Griffith Halloween. Now I don't know if Corey's finished hers. I hope you have, Corey. But we started this off on a live stream, a double live stream. I did write in the comments, because I realised right at the end of that stream people were asking me for the colour combination of the dragon, and I did write in the comments, but I can't seem to find that comment now. So I have written down the colours just in case that you wanted them. So it was Brute Funas for all of that dragon, and a random blonde stuck to it, and it was 056, 041, 002 and 088. So that was the colours just for the dragon. I didn't put the colours down for anything else, but I'm so happy with how this turned out, so happy. But let me explain the eyebrows first of all. she's got some very bushy eyebrows. What happened there was, what is it called? The Dr. Phil, I keep saying Dr. Phil. Dr. Martens, the bleed proof white, that really thick paste paint. I put that on the eyebrows that Jasmine had already put down. Anyway, the line work, I'd put that down because I didn't like it. I wanted to change it. So my idea was to draw my own in, but then I'd realised the paper wasn't white. It's not white, this paper, it's more, where is there a white? Is that a proper white? I don't think it, well, it's, you can sort of see the difference. This is like a true white, where this one is an off-white, so I've got to put white paint over the eyebrows, and it just stuck out like a sore thumb. Let me see if I can zoom you in even closer, and you can just see the bits of white poking out that I couldn't manage to cover up. But I went with it. I remember months and months ago, there was a model on Instagram, and she's got really bushy eyebrows. And I was reading the comments, oh, you should put your eyebrows, you should do this and you should do that. And if she's happy with them, leave her to it. And I got inspiration, and that's why I did this. And I think they turned out really good. I'm pleased with them. The hair, I added my own plaits, sort of. That's where the blue is. I tried to, you know, match it with the dragon a little bit. Did I base this with any? I didn't base it with any alcohol markers, but the tights were the Tombow brush pens. I don't even know if you can see that, and I'm talking about them. Yeah, the tights, the really vibrant orange colour, was a Tombow brush pen. Really like them as long as I'm going over the top with pencil, because they can get quite streaky. Prismacolor for the skin and for the dress and for the pumpkins, with a little bit of glossy accents over the top, just to add, like, as if it was like raindrops or something like that. That's what I was going for. The glaze black pen again for the black on the butterflies. Stickles for the wings. Stickles for the wings and the dragon. Just a plain black background from this very small portion with a Posca pen, because I didn't know where I was going. And then a mixture of different brand of watercolour for the trees, because I was not about to sit there and colour individually each leaf, so the watercolour was the best bet. And then for the grass, it was, I think it was Prismacolor again, but I blended it out with the Odorless Mineral Spirit, and it just gives a really cool effect. I love how this turned out. I think this might be my favourite page of the month. I think it might be. So you'll see it on Instagram anyway later on, hopefully. I think she's adorable, and I've not used stickles and stuff in a while, so I hope that you like that one too as well. I thought I was being dead clever adding them plaits, but they didn't have to take me time to colour them. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. So that might be another one that you'll see as well, with it being the Halloween one. I won't do all Halloween pictures this month, because I know that not everyone is into that, but I am. I love Halloween. I don't mind the gory stuff, I don't mind the cutesy stuff, I really don't mind, and I can't wait for Halloween this year and take my daughter out trick-or-treating. I cannot wait. So I've got a couple of tags in here because I've got a couple of whips. Still not finished that one off from last month, which is stupid because it won't take me very long at all, but let's keep the tag in there. Oh, I remember what this one was. I remember, so I take that out now, can't I? Reuse them. It was the witch. And I just did a very quick Neocolor 2 background for this one. I didn't want the page to be, well, if you know me, I usually go all out on backgrounds, but I didn't want to on this because I just wanted the illustration to be the point of this picture with the pumpkins. And I think it was these pumpkins that I did as a little tutorial as well, so I'll link that in the description, or it'll pop up somewhere around here. Yeah, she was super fun. Faber-Castell Albert Duras for everything here apart from the pumpkins and the skin. They were Prismacolor, I do believe. And then I used the Brute Funas again. See, I'm forgetting the names. The Brute Funas again, just for detail. I really like how that one turned out. I've had this boot now for coming on 2 years, and I can't believe I hadn't coloured that page. And again, there's so many nice Halloweeny pictures or just autumn pictures in this one, and that was a boo-boo, a big boo-boo. Yeah, some good pictures in this one for this month. The very last thing that I've actually finished, but technically not because I don't know whether I'm doing a background or not, was this one. Again, I think it might be Love of Colouring. Somebody sent me this on Instagram, the picture of the PDF on Etsy, and said, look at this, Debbie, you'll like it because of the dragon. So I went straight over, I mean literally straight over to Etsy and purchased it, printed it out, and I think I coloured it that night. But I was a little bit undecided what to do with the background, because if I went in with distressing, it would have gone over the dragons, because I use really pastel shades, so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to sit here and put paint in between all these little bits and bobs. I wasn't about that. And then pastels, again, it would go over the dragon. So I think I'm quite happy with just how this turned out. And I used luminance for the skin on this one, and then what did I use for the rest of it? I think it was Prismacolor again. But my printer, let me see if it's going to pick up. Where is it the worst? Right at the chin. Can you see? I'm going to try and bring you as close as I possibly can. Can you see the lines? My print, oh, and I've got a Rollo here. Cheers, Rollo. But my printer's broke. Every single page that I am printing off at the moment, I've tried to take the cartridge of ink out and replacing it. I've checked if there's any paper stuck in it. Yeah, so I weren't happy about that, but I wasn't wasting this piece of paper and ink, so that's why I just coloured it. But you can't see it from afar. I mean, if I hold it up like really far away, I'm not telling lies, so I can still see it. I can still see it in her hair as well. So yeah, it's irritating. So until I get a new printer, I don't know if I can print off any PDFs. Well, that's my second printer in 2 years though. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So that can be took out of there now. And then I've still got this Clara cover page, I think, that I've had now for a month and a half, and I'm terrible, I know, but I find these pages so busy, and I'm definitely going to finish it because I've started it. I'm probably more than 3/4 of the way done with this one, but I really have to be in the mood for a Clara one because I find the pictures like really, really cutesy, which sometimes I'm in the mood for, and other times I'm really not in the mood for. So yeah, I haven't done a whole lot in this one. Well, there's another one. I said I'm going to try and do one a month at least. So I've not got much to finish on this one. So I don't know why I just didn't finish it last night, but I didn't. But that's all my finished pages, so that needs to stay out, that one. I really do hope that you enjoyed watching. I will again link that last video just in case you're interested in that Kirby book. I just thought that I can pick it up in my local time and get my husband to run me at the weekend or next weekend, whatever, and go and pick another copy up. But not everyone has got it available for them now, so I thought, you know what, just give it away, make somebody else happy when it arrives for them. So I hope that you enjoyed watching. Please do leave me a big fat like. Please subscribe if you're new, if you like this sort of content. I'm hoping to do some more colour alongs this month as well. Is it this month now? What date are we today? Yeah, we are. We're the first. I'm rambling. See you in the next one. Bye.